Today's lesson is 13.4, Solving Equations Using Multiplication or Division. It is on page 578. Our purpose is going to be to solve equations using multiplication or division so you can apply this skill to real-world situations. Let's quickly review the multiplication and division properties of equality. Just like addition and subtraction, when you multiply each side of an equation by the same number, it's going to produce an equivalent equation, and the same is true of division. This is nothing new. We've done this multiple times. So now what we're going to do is take a moment and apply this skill to an equation. So let's take a look at A. It says solve x divided by 3 equals -6. So the first thing we're going to do is apply the multiplication property of equality. The opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. And when we use these inverse operations, it will get the variable by itself. So we multiply both sides by 3. The 3's cancel each other out, so I just have the x on the left side of the equal sign. And 3 times -6 is -18. So the solution is x equals -18. Once you solve a problem, you should always check and make sure that it makes sense. So I'm going to substitute -18 in for the x, and -18 divided by 3 does equal -6. So my answer makes sense. Let's take a look at example B. It says 18 equals -4y. So we're going to use the division property of equality this time because I'm multiplying my variable by -4. The opposite would be to divide both sides by -4. That leaves me with just y on one side of the equation. And 18 divided by -4 is going to give me a decimal, and it is -4 5/10. So let's check and see if it makes sense. We put -4 5/10 in for y, and when I multiply that by -4, I do get 18. Okay, now we're going to be taking a look with a rational number. So, same type of problem. What we need to do is, in this problem, since we're multiplying x by -4/5, I need to divide both sides by -4/5. What they've already done here is kept it, changed it, flipped it. They took -4/5 and flipped it over to get the -5/4 so we can multiply, because as you know, we don't divide by a fraction. And I end up getting 10. On the right side of the equal sign, my 4 and 8 cancel out, and -5 times -2 is 10. So the solution for x is 10. Let's take a look at one more example. The record low temperature in Arizona is 1 6/10 times the record low temperature in Rhode Island. What is the record low temperature in Rhode Island? So they've written out the important words separately from the rest of the problem. We're going to take T to stand for temperature for the record low. So my equation becomes -40 is equal to the 1.6 or 1 6/10 times T. So we write the equation and apply the division property of equality, because right now we're multiplying by 1 6/10, so I need to divide both sides by 1 6/10. And my answer is -25. So the record low temperature in Rhode Island is -25 degrees.